We are coming at you live from Zollner Stadium, and it's great to be with you again, Coach Abbs. How are you?
I'm great. It's great to come off a great win last week and be sitting in front of this the giant Lando Trine back there.
The Lando Trine is in full effect. Brand new video board. Coach, I know that's a project that's been a long time coming, and a lot of people are really proud of it.
It has. You know, our athletic director, Matt Land, did a great job of putting together some resources, and we're very blessed to have a lot of contributors into such a large project to really set our facility apart from a lot of other like facilities at the Division III and, for that matter, Division II and NAI level as well.
So before we talk about the specifics of the game last week, just the fact that you guys got to play a game. It was the first college football game in the entire state of Michigan, one of the first D3 games in the entire country. A lot of work and a lot of planning went into that game, didn't it?
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, there was a ton of planning, a ton of effort into ensuring that we were putting students on the field in the most safe way. It started with the way we practiced, practicing in groups of 10, and then practicing in groups of 25, and then, getting to the point that we felt like, because of test results and everything else, that we could get into a bigger group. And it takes daily effort on our students' part to be smart, social distance, wear a mask, stay away from the normal activities of college kids. They've done a great job doing that, and our coaching staff has done a phenomenal job of tracking the symptom checks that our players do every single day to ensure the safety of everybody at practice and at games.
MIAA announced over the summer they weren't going to have a fall season.
Right.
Almost immediately after that press release, Trine released a press release of their own saying, we're playing fall sports. Why was that so important for the athletic groups, or the athletic teams, to be able to come out here and play this fall?
Well, number one, we're very fortunate the MIAA gave us the option to play. It's one of those things where, so I had B on me there. It's one of those things where they gave us the opportunity to play. It wasn't an act of rebellion that we were playing, but that we felt like the COVID climate in northeastern Indiana was such that we had the duty to try to do this, and I think we've proven that we can do it in a safe way, and we've been successful doing it.
Let's talk a little football.
Yes, sir.
The border brawl. You start off with Adrian. I know that's a game that you always get excited about. You guys came out and put some points on the board early.
We did. It was an amazing game. Great start. They got the ball first, drove down the field. We were able to stop them and then block a kick for a touchdown. Dean went in there and blocked it, picked it up, and scored. And then we got a quick stop, and our offense went down and scored again. So, that Adrian's a good football team. They've got some really potent weapons, and it's a big game. Anytime Trine and Adrian get together, it's a huge rivalry. And I think that the fact that we had our former Glardy winner Eric Watt with some of his former teammates, Killingbeck and the Pickford twins, were in the back of a pickup truck looking over the fence. Kind of shows you how important that game is to everybody that's ever been involved with Trine University football, and for that matter, Adrian College football as well.
You've been under so many restrictions from a practice standpoint, having to split up all the time. I thought the offense might be a little rusty. You guys came out 44 points in the first game. You had to be really pleased with that.
That was a huge concern, and really once Judson canceled our game the previous week, we went on we paused our activity for a while, and the thinking behind that was, hey, let's pause, let's have our players and our coaches stay away from each other for a while, so when we bring everybody back, we can get a really clear look at where we are when it comes to COVID. And we had one positive test, and that was it. Then coming into this week, we had 0. So we're in a really good place as far as our health goes. Knock on wood, we can stay down that healthy track.
So you have a kid named Zane Kirby who put up 141 yards rushing. He got quite a bit of playing time last year as a freshman.
He did.
I know you're happy with his progression.
Yeah, Zane really dedicated himself during the offseason and really changed his body. And He was in good shape before. He's in great shape now, and I think he really saw that. And I thought that, Devontae Jones also ran the ball extremely well. I think when you look at their average per carry, they were less than a tenth of a yard difference. So they're about that different in their performance. But when that happens, you've got a great job done by your offensive line. And we were down one of our top offensive linemen because of contact tracing. And the guys that stepped up and stepped in did a fantastic job.
Kale Lawson, pretty good start to a college football career.
Yeah.
The kid puts up a couple of touchdown catches. Just a great kid, and I know it had to be exciting for the coaches to see him have some success.
No, it was. Kale's such a great young man. Kale spent all year last year on the scout team, as a lot of freshmen do. The scout team that are running the opposing team's plays against our number 1 and number 2 defenses during practices. And that's a typical freshman experience, and he worked really hard in our speed and agility class last year. He worked really hard in the weight room, and he dedicated himself during the off season. The off season, of course, was a lot longer than it is most years. So whenever you see a player work that hard and then reap the benefits of their hard work, it's a really cool feeling as coaches and for all their teammates. I mean, there was a lot of joy on the sidelines when he scored his first touchdown. And when he scored his second, it was chaos. So it was really neat to see somebody who's worked so hard really reap the benefits of that hard work.
Well, after a long pause, your kids get to run out and play on Zollner Stadium, Shive Field, Saturday at 1 o'clock against Manchester. A little weird from a game planning standpoint. I know you don't have a lot of film on Manchester and that kind of thing, but I know you're concerned with your team, getting your team at its highest level possible for a home game on Saturday.
Right. In every game that we're playing this fall, the game that we just played and the remaining 2, we are our opponent's first game.
Okay.
So we really don't have any film other than what we have from last year. So it's more about what we're doing, how good our technique is, what our attention to detail is, and just those things that we can really control. If we focus and we play with tremendous effort, we can control those parts of the game. There isn't a lot of game planning.
Right.
The kids are going to win this game. It's not as much on the coaches. The coaches can lose it, right?
Right.
But it's up to the players to go out and win it.
Trine University will take on Manchester here at Zollner Stadium, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Coach, all the best to you.
All right, thanks a lot.